sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know, and I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that.
Hello and welcome back to another video. The laundry is running behind the camera, so I apologize if there is noise from that. But in today's video, we're going to be making over this butler's pantry space. So when we first moved in, I'll include some clips in a minute. This was kind of it was like an empty room, like it's a U-shaped room. It's not super big. And originally, this room was the garage. So when you came in through the garage, this would have been the mudroom. But since you now have the, come in through the family room, it never made sense for this to be a mudroom for us. So I had originally thought about making it into a mudroom and just like building it up more, and then I was thinking about it more and I was like, that really doesn't make sense. So we decided to make it into a butler's pantry, so we'd have more storage for food and more countertop space. We have another fridge in here, that sort of thing. So just some extra storage capacity. These built-in shelves were already here when we moved in, so that's like a really nice set of shelves up there. But it is pretty dreary in here because there are no windows and it's dark wood paneling everywhere. So we've already done quite a bit of work in here. We've got this double pantry that we bought these pantry cabinets, and my husband mounted them onto the wall. And then we've got some lower cabinets over here that are in like an L shape. The corner is just a dummy panel because you really can't fit anything in there. It's, like I said, it's not a huge space. And then this is an under the counter fridge. And then we have this wood countertop. It's like plywood countertop. So my plan is to paint in here. Oh, we also added this light fixture already. So it's like a 5-prong black chandelier. So my plan is to get everything painted, including the cabinetry, and then I bought some contact paper that looks like marble. It kind of matches the granite that we have, or the quartz that we have in the kitchen. So I'm going to cover that. We're going to add another shelf here for these dried goods. And then, yeah, eventually we want to add in the matching counters to the one we have in the kitchen, but that's obviously a big value add, a little bit extra price tag with that, so that will come eventually, but we want the space to be usable for now and functional. So we're gonna just seal this countertop as is, so we can use it as prep space. Also gonna paint the built-ins, and then I've got some under cabinet, or under shelf for in here lighting to throw up there. And then I also have a peel and stick backsplash picked out, but that may not be in this video because, again, it's a little bit more of a price tag. Definitely doing this on a bare bones budget. So eventually I want to add a water dispenser machine right here in this little nook. And then also get a nugget ice maker for out here. But I think those are the only other two like appliances that we want to add. I would also love to have a sink, but I don't think it's gonna be possible because A, there's not really much room for it, and B, this is on a slab. The rest of our house is on a crawl space, so it's easier to add stuff because you can go underneath and do what you need to do. But this is on a slab, so you can't put anything underneath it. The adjacent wall, or like the wall adjacent to here, whatever, is our laundry room, which we also are going to be hopefully making over pretty soon. And I do have plans to add a utility sink in there that we can connect to the water line and the like dirty water line, like the go away water line, whatever that's called, drainage line that is with the laundry. So that will be good. So at least we'll have a sink in that room because I really want a sink in there. It would just be a nice add in here, but it's not a must have. So I think that's about it. So what I'm going to work on next is all the prep work. So there are a lot of holes that I need to fill with wood filler because these are wood walls. I don't really know why there's so many holes. Some of them are from stuff that we had up temporarily. And then there's just like a lot of nail holes. They use nails to adhere these to the walls, like the panels, which is odd to me. I would have thought it would be screws, but anyway, so I'm gonna fill those in, let that dry, and then work on priming. And then I'm gonna do caulking. I like to add the caulk between the prime and the paint layer because I think once you prime, it really points out like where you need to add the caulking. I don't know, that's just how I do it. I wonder if that's like how you're supposed to do it. Let me know in the comments. Do you do it that way? Do you do wood filler and caulking at the same time and then prime and paint? Anyway, let me know. The other thing I was going to mention is right now we have these lower cabinets here and here. So in that cabinet there, that one over there, I have like lunch making stuff. So like lunch boxes are in there, the containers, the like, what are they called? The little containers have the little dividers in it. I can't remember what those are called right now. Those are all in there. And then in here, I can't remember what I have in here. But regardless, eventually I want to add drawer cabinets. We are going to have to custom make them though because these sizes are really weird. That is, and honestly, I'm kind of back and forth on that. Like that was my original intention behind here when we were thinking of the room. But I'm going to see how these work out first. We got these like secondhand for very affordable. And I was like, we have them, let's put them in place for now. So like it's usable, right? So I'm going to see how these work. And then as we're using the space, it was like, oh gosh, this would be really nice. Because my intention behind it was like so that the kids could be more involved in like prepping their lunches. So like, my intention was like have lunch boxes in one drawer, snacks in another, and that sort of thing. But right now we have the snacks in here and they are really reachable. So like the bars and you cannot see what I'm doing. The bars and the pouchies are down there. So I'm just gonna play that by ear. I might end up just keeping these cabinets because yeah, you know, sometimes you envision something and then when you start using the space, you're like, oh, I mean, kind of how originally I wanted this to be a mudroom, and then we moved into the space and we're like, no, that doesn't make sense. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I definitely want to add I'm going to add the water dispenser machine, and the nugget ice maker. Well, the nugget ice maker I might not even add. That would be nice, but the water machine. Hello and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. I just wanted to hop on here to introduce myself. I am Angela, aka Chefette of Chefette and Little, and I am okay, sorry about that. I got pulled away briefly. So here in today's video, we are starting on another room DIY renovation. So this, as I said in the intro, is the butler's pantry. It was originally the mudroom of the home, we think, When we bought the house, the garage had already been enclosed by one of the previous owners and is now our family room. It's also our playroom, like a media room, and then I have my treadmill out there, and then I'm getting my sewing cabinet set up out there. So there's like a little like craft corner, exercise corner in the back there, and then we also have a mud room out there. So very multi-purpose. It's about 500 square feet, so it's a really nice space. And when we first purchased the home, I was planning, as I said in the intro, to use this as a mudroom. And then when we were in the house, it just really didn't make sense. And although our kitchen is very large, it's really nice having this extra storage space out here, especially because we do buy a lot of food in bulk, especially like snacky items for the kids. And then also like all of our dried goods, it's much easier to access them on this shelf system versus the pantry that we were using in the kitchen, which is now like an appliance garage. So just a better use of space. I do actually use our kitchen multiple times every single day. I cook a lot. That's always been a hobby of mine. Now I would say it's more kind of utilitarian. I kind of have the same menu on rotation for dinners. Just this stage of life is not really for intense all-out cooking, but we're not doing any like French 5-course meals over here right now, but I still do use my kitchen a lot, and so it's really nice having a better use of space. And especially I do use the appliances a lot, so that's been really nice having the appliances more easily accessible. I don't have to like pull a bunch of things out to get to the appliance I need. So that's been really nice since we kind of switched things up around here. So this is going to be part 1 of this room reno. I ended up splitting them up. There's going to be a big time gap in between part 1 and part 2 because we got it to a point where it was functional and then life got busy, other things took priority. And it kind of just got left in this like half primed state with a usable countertop space and then the freezer, deep freezer, and the fridge and this pantry space. So in part 2, we're going to be coming back and really getting the space to exactly the way we want it. We're going to be putting in the real countertops, putting in the real cabinet or real cabinets, the lowers, and then I'm going to be finishing the painting in here. So it's going to be really exciting. But that is, I kind of went back and forth on if I even wanted to put this video up in this like very like kind of half done state. But then I also was thinking that's kind of just how life is a lot of times in DIY, and then also just like when you have a busy life. I still do work outside of the house 2 days a week. And then I take call a lot on the weekends, and then my husband works full time and travels a lot for business. So we're busy, and we also have 2 really young kids who are active and busy and need attention all the time, So this is kind of just real life. And so I thought that was, I don't know, maybe helpful for other people to see that it really is real life. And I think what I was hoping to show is that it doesn't need to be perfect to be functional for you and your family in your current life stage, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping that that's kind of what this demonstrates, that sometimes you'll get things kind of half done with DIY, and that's okay if it's usable for you. And then you can come back to it and finish it up later. Also, I also wanted to point out, I think a lot of times with DIY, it gets misconstrued as being free or like somehow like very low cost. It's not always. I mean, it's not as expensive as if you pay a contractor, of course, but I mean, you're still having to pay for the raw material, which is not cheap. And so there's something to be said about doing a project with what you can in the time. That's what this project really was. It was like we already had these pieces. I said, let's just get them in place and make it usable for now. And then now we're coming back in, now that we've had a chance to save up for the cabinets that I really wanted and the countertop that we really wanted. So now we're going to get those installed and working. And I also got the shelving that I wanted. So yeah, I think that's the other thing I wanted to demonstrate here, that DIY can still be really expensive. It's not like everybody just has like $2,500 to drop on these projects every month. So, yeah, I thought this would be a good representation of that. So,
All right, I think that's about all I had. Oh, I did want to say one other thing. I have a new video coming out soon that I think it might be the one to drop right after this, and then part 2 of the pantry will come after, or it will be part 1 and then part 2 of the pantry, and then this other thing will be the next. I am trying to get back into furniture flipping, which is really like where I started all of my like DIY journey. So I went to the thrift store, I got a little table to kind of dip my feet back into furniture flipping, and then I do try to resell the furniture when I'm done. So I'm hoping to have that video out. And like I said, it might be a filler in between part 1 and part 2 of the Butler's Pantry, or it might be right after. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited to be getting back into furniture flipping. And we'll hope to have that video for you guys very soon. All right, I'm going to hop off and play some music. I wanted to ask, do you guys like videos that have a lot of talking, like a lot of voiceovers from me, or is it better to have more music, a good balance? I feel like I kind of start with a little bit of chatter and then I like let music play and then I kind of come back in with chatter at the end. If you guys don't like that, less chatter, more chatter, let me know in the comments. I'd love to get some feedback about that for future videos. So, all right, I think that is really it. I will hop off and let some music play while we are working on this little revamp in this space, and then I'll hop back on at the end to do a closeout.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion, I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean, I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know, and I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Okay, I just wanted to hop back on here and mention that this product, I'm not happy with how this really turned out. This product was very hard to work with. It was not forgiving at all. I think because I was sticking it onto the bare wood, it just like I couldn't like get it. Once it was down, I couldn't maneuver it at all. That is one big downside for peel and stick. Traditional wallpaper, you can kind of smush around with the glue on the back, but to get it into place, even if you don't like it, the original placement, it's just not possible with peel and stick. And then this was a very high gloss finish product, and I think that also made it harder to work with. The imperfections are very obvious, but like I was saying in the last little bit, we were trying to get it usable. And so at the end of the day, if I knew this was going to be staying in longer than it has stayed in, I think we've had this in place for about 6 months, and we're about to change it out. So if I was going to be keeping it longer, I think I would have redone it. But because I was like knowing that we weren't going to be leaving this way long term, I just said it's usable. It's a protected surface now, and so I'm just letting it go. But this was not my best work, and I was like not happy. I was very disappointed with how it turned out. I have a lot of experience with peel and stick wallpaper, contact paper application, and so I was like, man, I look a real amateur hour when this was done. But this did not demonstrate my experience with peel and stick, I have to say. But I think the few factors that I mentioned really played into it here. And also this is like kind of an awkward space to be working in, that sort of thing. But anyway, I think that was all I was going to say. The other thing I was just going to mention is, I forgot to say this in my original intro, I am post content about DIY room renovations like this one, as well as furniture flips. Sometimes I post some motherhood content, related things. So if that is interesting, that kind of content is interesting to you, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I release a new video. I'm trying to get back to releasing a new video once a week. I feel like I've been hitting about a week and a half, every week and a half, maybe bi-weekly, so like twice a month lately, but I'm trying to get back into once a week. So anyway, I will go back to playing the music, and we will keep on trucking with this room redo.
Top down, hear the sound of the breeze carrying us away. Dust in the rear view, free as a bird. This is our time, no matter what they say. Every mile behind only brought us here. Now the road is clear. Shotgun ride on my Friday night. Sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got is this open road. No plans, just a cranked up radio. Ain't promising forever, ain't no end in sight. Girl, I'm loving the ride. Can't you feel this is real, you and me? Nothing in our way. Baby, we weren't born to run. Take the back road, let's make a great escape. Cause this life moves fast and we can't stop time. So put your hand in mine. Shotgun ride on my Friday night. Sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got is this open road. No plans, just a cranked up radio. Ain't promising forever, ain't no end in sight. Girl, I'm loving the ride. each other, just me and you. Shotgun ride on my Friday night, sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got is this open road, no map, just the stars to light the road. Ain't promising forever, ain't no end in sight. Oh, nothing lasts forever, but we can sure as hell try. Girl, I'm loving the ride. When did we make it so cold? The air is too thick to breathe. I wonder when you're coming home at 4:05. Just where have you been? I can tell from your breath that you've been drinking. Lying seems so easy to you. Just wanna know what you're thinking. Nothing comes easy when it comes to you. You said you wanted to know me, but did you even try? All you do is find new ways to hurt me. You just wanna act like it's fine, but it's not alright. You just act like it's fine. Oh no, it's not alright. No, it's not alright. It's not alright. Remember all those good times? Was it all just a scene? Now all we do is put out the fires. It's not how we used to be. I can sit here and talk about the memories, but I guess that's not what you wanna do. So I just wanna know what you're thinking, 'cause nothing comes easy when it comes to you. You said you wanted to know me, but did you even try? 'Cause all you do is find new ways to hurt me, when you just wanna act like it's fine, but it's not alright. It's not alright. When did we make it so cold? The air is too thick to breathe. You remember all those good times? Was it all just a scene? You said you wanted to know me, but did you even try? 'Cause all you do is find new ways to hurt me, when you just wanna act like it's fine, but it's not alright. It's not alright. No, it's not alright.
Okay, so this is where the project ends for today. I know this is not a very satisfying before and after in today's video, but this is just part one. So this is when we kind of got distracted and other projects took precedence, but the room is primed for the most part, and then the contact paper is down on the wooden surface for the countertops so that they are at least protected, like water protected, waterproof. And then the existing cabinets are usable, but not ideal. Not what we really want, but they're usable. And we had them already, so that made a big difference. This little makeover was all about using what we had on hand to make this space as functional as possible while we were saving up to get what we really wanted for the space. So it definitely fit the bill for that. And it fit that exactly what we were looking for. So that was great. We've been using the space for months as the Butler's Pantry, and it's been really nice. I cannot wait. And honestly, that was kind of nice having that little test run, because I think I mentioned earlier in the video that sometimes you envision something and then you start really using the space and it's not really working out the way that you had once envisioned it. Well, this is working out the way I had envisioned it. So that was very nice to get that reassurance before we splurged on the really nice cabinets and the countertop. So this is where I leave you for part 1 of this project, and we will stay tuned. I'll be back shortly with part 2, which is where we put in the final upgrades for the space. So be sure to stay tuned for that, as well as the other videos I have upcoming, including a little furniture flip and then some other DIYs. Other room DIYs will be coming as well, because there's a long list of projects that got to get done over here, that we want to get done over here. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.